For the past 2 weeks, Nanama McBain and the husband Maxwell have been trending on social media. Wherever you're trying to get some relaxation, all you hear about is their marriage. And I can't help to comment about it because Nanama, I asked your permission, Maxwell asked your permission to say a few things about marriages. Marriage is hard. People who have never been married before do not comment about their marriage because it's very hard doing it. I kid you not. Do not say anything negative. I've been watching other people and their expression about their marriage as if they even live with them. It's so like provoking when you watch them. Nanama, please do not comment on any of those negative information out there. I'm mentioning your name because I know you have access, you have the means, you have several platforms. You can respond to people. Even if you respond, please take your time to do that. Think through carefully. Do not react because they do not understand what it takes to make a marriage work. I realize that most of these people do not understand the ingredients to a successful marriage. It takes hard work. Most of us get married and we lose ourselves in marriage. It takes a while for us to adjust, adapt, and come out as the marriage stabilizes. But for you, Nanama, I noticed that you didn't lose yourself in marriage. You were still productive and doing your passion, doing you, which I applaud you for because not that many women can do that. In the same vein, I respect you a lot to not comment or react to any of the provocative information out there. People are intentionally inciting you to say something. Please do not. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You do not. If you have any explanation, it's about the products you sponsor. That's what I would say. It's about the products you sponsor, not about your personal life. You don't owe anyone an explanation. They didn't marry you guys. You didn't invite them into your marriage. Therefore, they shouldn't have any autonomy to dictate how you guys live your life as a married couple. I know that sometimes when the woman is very strong and is outgoing, for some men, it threatens them. It makes them feel insecure. And instead of tag teaming with their wives, supporting their dreams, and making it a team dream, they choose to cheat in retaliation for the attention they don't get from their wife. I'm not saying that is the case in this situation, but it could be that Anama is so busy that Maxwell is not getting the attention he wants from her. And therefore he turns outside the marriage for attention, thinking he's doing that to get her attention. But in that way, you end up losing your marriage. The solution to staying in an engaged relationship with your partner is not through cheating. Any empowered woman will turn away from you if you choose that path. That is not the best way. You could have other smarter ways of organizing a trip. Let's say, let's go here, let's go bond, let's go do this. I like using the word bond a lot because it's very important in every relationship. You should set time aside to connect. Even if it's 1 minute a day. We have 24 hours in a day, right? So if you take 5 minutes out of the day to connect with your partner, I don't think you've lost anything. The same energy investment you put in your programs, in your work, in whatever projects you have, I don't think those projects are more important than your relationship. Therefore, if you sacrifice 5 minutes of your time to spend with your loved one to connect, you haven't lost anything. If you spend like 10, 15, 16 hours into a project and you spend 5 minutes to connect with your children at home, you haven't wasted anything. It's not a waste because you're going to have a lot of value, a lot of good outcomes out of it. You guys are connecting within that 5 minutes, just the two of you alone. Even if it's 10 or 30, depending on, how much time you have at home or what time you get at home, depending on whatever works with you and your partner. It's very important to take 5 minutes or 10 or 15 or 20, just the two of you to connect at the end of the day. It's very rewarding when you start doing that. So you have a partner who understands you and wants to do that with you is the way to go. Instead of attending to other women or giving other women attention, that will drive your partner further away from you. I'm not saying that is the case, but from my experience, it looks like when the woman is empowered, the woman is trying to diversify. And I see that Anama has a lot of other projects. She's diversified. She's not only in TV, she's doing other stuff, and that could be threatening to a very strong African man when they know that they have little to bring to the table. I've seen Anama in several programs, and she has access to several platforms. That's why I'm pleading with her not to come out with anything. You don't owe us an explanation. You don't owe anyone. The only person you probably should be accountable to is your child. You guys have a child together. So in case you go your separate ways, you may have to give some account to your child while you couldn't stay with her dad. That probably is what, probably to give her that closure. But you do not owe anyone an explanation. You guys decided to come together. So whether it's working or not is up to you. Let me tell you one thing that you can do if you feel so provoked that you have to say something. Get a recorder with a strong password on it. It could be an old cell phone with a password. Take it to the bathroom where it's just you, right? And speak on it. Record your honest version for yourself. Whatever you want to share with the public, record on it and save it. Or after you record, you can save it for a week or two, play it back to you, and then you delete so nobody gets access to it. And without strong password, I don't think anyone will even have access to it, even if they take the phone, for instance. So you can do that and save yourself the stress of having to come up with something, having to say something in public. You don't have to. You don't owe anyone an explanation. All those people on social media behaving as if they live with you and your husband in your home, they're just doing that probably for their financial gain or whatever to get people to come to their channel. It doesn't mean that you should respond. And I know you are a very beautiful woman in and out. You have diversified and you are strong. So I hope you take heed. 5-6 years down the line, your kids may have access to whatever you put out there, and it may not be what you would have loved for them to see. On social media, when things get out there, they don't come back. Some people actually save some information and later retrieve to respond to other stuff. So I know you know all these. So if it's a problem and you have to respond, you feel like you have to respond, please get a recorder like I said earlier. It could be an old phone or something. Record on it, delete, or record, put a password on it so that you can look at it maybe an hour or two, a year or two from now, and just as entertainment or something. Something how you really want to respond, do not let it come out. Because I know some of these things could be damaging to how people see you out there. Okay, I'm short of words, but this is all I want to say. Whenever I do not respond, it's not necessary. They don't need to hear your version. In a marriage, there is no right or wrong. There is no, I'm saying this to win the case or what. You don't have to win. But don't trade your peace of mind for anything too. That's all I would say. Do not trade your peace of mind for anything. I know you said you have high blood pressure. It could be a serious condition if you absorb all the negativity. So if you need to let some things out your chest, get that recorder, do that, delete it afterwards, or save it with a strong password so you alone can retrieve it if you need it. But do not let people provoke you to say anything that you don't want to say out there. I'm glad you didn't lose yourself in marriage and you are still going strong. Congratulations. Good luck.